So we are going to draw this profile here, or what do we call this profile? Bicycle sprocket. So these are bicycle sprocket. So we're going to start with this part or this object here. So since we're going to start from this part, the outer part, as we move to the center part. So these spikes here, or this item, in AutoCAD we call objects or items. So this object here is touching part of a circle which has got a radius of 184. Okay, so we're going to start with that one. So we're going to draw the circle here in which the spikes are touching. So we're going to use command circle. Then under command circle we're going to center radius. Then after clicking the center radius, it will be the circle command will be on. Then it will be saying specify the center point. So the center point I'm going to use here. So I click that as the center point. Then I specify the radius, which is 184. Then I click enter. So you'll realize that your circle, you may not be able to see it. So you have to zoom it in. So I'll click Z, then Z for zoom, then I click enter, then I click E for extents, then I click enter. So that is my circle. So if you want to hide this XY, or it is called the UCS, you can just go to view and then you put it off by clicking the UCS icon. So we can continue. So after drawing the circle, I can now draw the next circle, which is now this part where this curve touches. So the radius of that part is given by this dimension. So this one here, which has a radius of 138. So I'm going to draw a circle of that radius. So I click here home, go to draw command, click that circle radius, so we can go the long way. Circle radius, click that. Then I can maneuver around the arc so that it can show me the center. So this is my center. I click on the center. I input 138 as my radius. So that is my circle. Sorry. So after that, I should now be able to draw this item here. So the center line, the vertical center line, is going to guide me on drawing this portion here. So I'm going to input the center line here. So before I input the center line, I have to create a layer. So under home, I'll go to layers, these layers. So I click layer properties here. After clicking the layer properties, I click the first icon here, the new layer. So I click that. Then I can name it centerline. Centerline. Then under color, I can click there and give it color red. Then click OK. Then under line type, I can click continuous there. Then loaded line types. So I just find only continuous as the loaded line type available. So I can load more. Click there, load. Then I can scroll it down until I find center. So I've found center. So I'm going to use the center 2. So I'll click center 2 and I load it. Then under the loaded line types, I click the center 2 again. Then I click OK. Then under the line type, you can see it is written center line. center to, so okay to there. Then I close this layer type bar. Then I'm going to change from the default line type to center line. So I click there and make sure it is on the center line type of layer. Then I go to a note. Then under a note there is text dimension center lines. Then I'm going to choose this one. Then I'm going to click on the outer circle. So since they share the same center, so meaning the center lines pass the same path. So there you go. So I've created the center lines. So the next thing is I'm now going to draw this spike over here. So it is on the vertical center line. So the angle between this side to this other part is 38.4. But since I'm going to use center line as my point of reference, then it will be half of 38.4. So what is the half of 38.4? So I can just type calculator and then find it out. So 38.4 divided by 2, that is 19.2. So meaning from here, the angle, the degree from this line to the center line should be 19.2. But then there is another problem. AutoCAD measures degrees on the second quarter. So if I do it like that, when I go to the second quarter, so this is the lower part, the right lower part here. So it will be measuring degree clockwise. So as you can see, this one, the 22, it is clockwise, but I want 19.8 to be measured anti-clockwise. So I'm going to do subtract 19.2 from 90. So I'm going to say, what is 90 subtract 19 point, sorry, so 90 subtract 19.2, I get 70.8. So meaning that it will be 70.8. Then there is another thing. As you can see from this drawing here, this spike has been filleted, so it is not pointed. It has been filleted by radius of 3. So to be able to fillet that spike and still touch this point here, this circle of radius 184, then I need to extend it by the radius. So here, so the spike, my spike, the pointing end of this spike whereby I'm going to fillet should be at least extended by the diameter. So the radius is 3, so diameter would be 6. So I'm going to click line command. So I'm going to click line command, click the end point there, then enter 6, enter, escape. So I have extended it by 6 units. Then I'm going to draw that spike by an angle of 70.8. So I'm going to change the line type to default 0. Then click on line command, click there, then click tab. So you click tab to switch either to enter the units or the angle. So I'll click and make sure that it has highlighted the angle. Then I type 70.8. Then I click tab to switch it back. Then I can click here. At least I make it sure that it passes that the arc. Then I can be able to trim it. So this one, click trim, click escape. After I'm done with that, then I can mirror this line to the other part. So I just click on under modify tools, I click mirror. Then after click mirror, it says which object do you want to mirror. Select the object. So this is the object I want to mirror. Click, then I click enter. Then it says specify the first point of the mirror line. So the mirror line will be along this vertical center line. Then I click there. Then it says erase the source objects. No. So that one will be done. So as you can see, that one I have the spiking or the spike, but as you can see from the top here, this is pointed while this one has been filleted by radius of 3. So I'm going to fillet this one. So I'm going to click on the fillet. Then here it will be saying select the first object, or select you want to use polymer, radius, trim, multiple. So I want radius, so I'll click radius. Then I input the radius of the fillet, which is this one, radius of 3. So I click 3, click enter. Then it will be saying select the first object you want to fillet. So this is the first, second. Then it will automatically fillet the object. Okay. Then the next part is now to draw this curve of radius 12 on this part, so it doesn't just join this arc, it curves by radius of 12. So I'm going to draw a circle. So this is a curve which forms a part of a circle of radius 12. So I'm going to draw a circle. So I'm going to click on circle, but I'm going to use the tangent radius command. So this creates a circle with specific or specified radius tangented to two objects. So I'm going to use that one. So my first tangent will meet there, second tangent will meet there, and my radius will be 12. Then I click enter. So that is how it would be looking like. So I can remove this calculator. So then the next thing is to mirror this to the other side. So I'll click mirror under modify tools. So what I want to, so I'll click first mirror. So then I select the object, which is this. Then I click enter. Then now I specify the first point of the mirror line. So mirror line will be passing through here. Then I click no. Don't erase the source. So then I'll be done. So the next part is to trim the unwanted parts. So the unwanted parts will be these and these, and that, and I'll be done up to there. So the third step is now to array. So I'm going to array these item I've drawn, or this object I've drawn. So I'm going to use array command. So under array command, we are going to use the polar array command. So polar array command creates array by copying the selected object then with a specified center. So it copies this with a specified center, then you select the number of items you want it to be produced. So we are going to first select the command, which is the array. After selecting the command, then it will be saying select the object. So you have to make sure that you zoom so that you select all the segments of that object. So like this one, it has this segment, it has this, it has this also. So all the segments have been selected. Then I click enter, I zoom it out, then I click the center. So it automatically creates array of 6 items. So remember, as per this drawing, when you count all these items, it has got 17 of them. So we are going just to type 17 here to make sure that it is identical with the bicycle sprocket. So then I click enter, so and click here close. So it automatically produces all the items, the 17 of them. So I'll be deleting this circle. So that was a guiding circle, so I can click delete. So I'll remain with this part, the first outer part, then the circle. So I'll be done with that part. So the next part that we're going to deal with is this profile here. So this profile here, it has its corners filleted by radius of 9. So all the 3 corners has been filleted by radius of 9. So we are going to identify maybe or draw it from side. So we are going to start with this side here. So this side is a line from a center point, and it lies 30 degrees to the horizontal center line. So it lies 30 degrees from the horizontal center line. So if you trace or if you extend this line, you will find it that it meets the center line at this point. Okay, so we are going to use our drawing to draw that one. So we are going to use the line command, click line command. So this part is where they meet with the center line. So if I move it out like this, I can click tab, enter the degree, which is 30, click enter, then escape. So that is my line. So that line corresponds to this line, similar with this. Then I'm going to draw this outer one. So this outer part here, this outer part forms part of a circle which has a radius of 114. So we're going to draw a circle with the radius of 114. So I'm going to click on my workspace, click circle, under center radius, click the center, then draw a circle of radius 114. So that is the circle. So I'm done with that. So this line means, so the upper corner here, so corner here will correspond with this corner here. So I'll have to trim that extended part. So I'll click trim. So I'm done with that. So I have identified that corner. So the next corner that we're going to identify is this corner here. So this corner here is 49 units from the center line, from the horizontal center line. So starting from horizontal center line, or the center of the circle, so I'm going to click on the center of the circle, then I make sure it is vertical 90 degrees, then I'm going to type 49 units to be able to trace that corner. Then I'll go horizontal, so where it will meet with that slanting line is my corner. So I'm going to click there, click escape, then I'll trim all this so I don't require that anymore. So I'm going to trim them just that way. So this one I don't require it, so even this one I don't require that. So the end of this line is where I have my corner, which is similar to this corner. So I'm going to draw a vertical line at the point where it touches this arc of this circle, of the circle of radius 114. That would be this corner by that corner. So I'm going to click line, then click on this end, then click there, then click escape. Then I'm going to trim it, trim there. Then this other line I don't require it, so I can trim all of it. And I click escape. So there you go. I have this shape now. Then I'll fillet it with radius of 9. All the three corners should be filleted by radius of 9. So I'll click fillet here under modify tools. Then after selecting the fillet, I'll select the radius. I want to use radius, so click radius. So radius of 9, I'll click 9, click enter. Then I can click now multiple, since there are 3, click multiple. Then now I select the first object. So let me repeat the process. So I'll click fillet, I'll click radius since I want to use the radius. Then I type 9 as the radius, then type enter, then click multiple, then select my first object, which is this, second this. I continue since I have clicked multiple, first, second, first, second. So it will be just filleted that way. Then the next step that I'm going to do is now to array this profile or object that we've created here. So I'll array to produce 6 of them since there are 6. So I'm going to click on array, then select the object. So the object will be this one, which we just drew. Then I click enter, that is the selected object. Then I click on the center. Then it has produced 6 items as the default, so that is okay. I close the array. So I'm done with that part. So as you can see, they are identical. So I can move now to the inner part. So I'll draw these circles of diameter of 12. So these circles, first I have to identify where they're located. So they are located, so they pass through so a circle of radius of diameter, of diameter 106. So they are located where there is a circle of diameter 106. So I'm going first to draw that circle of diameter 106. So it is not a circle, actually it is a center line. So I'm going to use the center line command. So I'm going to click here, use center line as my line type. Then I'm going to circle command, use center diameter. Then I'm going to click on the center, then enter the diameter. So the diameter is 106. Just type 106, click enter. So that is 106. So then I'm going to draw this circle here. So this circle, its center will be meeting with the center line that we've just drawn, the circular center line, with the vertical center line of the other circle which we drew earlier on. So we're going to draw this circle of diameter of 12. So we click on the circle command, choose center diameter, then come here, then draw that circle. So we can draw that circle using the default line type or layer. So let me repeat: circle, center, circle, center. Then I come to the center there and give it a diameter of 12, click enter. So that will be done that way. Then the next step is now to array this circle to give us 5 other circles, so there should be 6 in total. So I'm going to click array, then select, so click array, then select the object. So the object is that circle, then click enter, then select the center. Center will be that. So it automatically provides an array of that circle of 6 items. Then I can click exit. So I'm done with that part. Then we now move to the last part, which is the center here. So as you can see, there is this drawing or circle or object of diameter 80. So we're going to draw that. So this is simple. So we are going to click circle of center diameter, click the center, and just type 80 as the diameter, then enter. So now we are done. So that is our item there, or our object. So we can give it dimensions, so maybe 2 or 3 dimensions. So the first, we're going to start with maybe the diameter. We give 2 diameters. So we are going to, so if you want to put some dimensions, you go to a note, click a note. After clicking a note, you are going to click on, let's start with the radius. So we're going to click this arrow, then you choose the one you want. So we are going to choose radius. So the radius, so we are going to give this circle radius, going to give it dimension. So as you can see, the dimension is not visible, so we can modify the specifications of dimensions. So you can click on this arrow here, so then we modify, then you click on modify. So we can start with the line. So click on the line color, can give it maybe green. The extension lines can maybe give it yellow. So as you can see it here, so the change is visible here. So the arrow, so this is most of the common things that we usually change when you are inputting dimensions. So line, normally I do advise you change the color at least for your drawing to be more presentable. Then the symbol, under symbols and arrow, so you can just change the arrow size. So you can give it 5. Under text, you can just change the text height. So I give it like 9. Under fit, nothing to change. Under primary units, so if there is no unit which has got a decimal, you just make the precision to be without decimal, just 0 like that. Then you click OK, then you close. so the dimensions is not visible. That one has got 138, so you can give another one radius, so like that one. So now that one was diameter, so you can click this arrow, diameter, that one diameter 106. So we are done with that. Then maybe you can give this 30. So when items are red, when you try to input maybe the dimension, so let us try. So when you put angular, you click the angle which is here to there, you will realize that it is not able to input the dimensions directly because the item has been arrayed. So what you do, you can just zoom in, then you create an extension line. So I can click line command, then I click there and create an extension line, and that line you should make sure that it is slant by 30, so it is just a continuation of this side. Okay, so this extension line will now enable me to enter the dimension. So when I come to enter the dimensions and they are not, the angular now, or you can click on the arrow, then you choose angular. So I'll click on that line, then I click on the other object, so it will be able to give me that angle as the dimension. So any other important one, we can give it maybe this one of radius of 9. So the radius, click the radius there, just click the radius of 9. So there you go. So you can make this big. Yeah, so that is how you can go about when you want to draw a bicycle sprocket. Thank you.